The next stretch I want to demonstrate is called the expanding cavern. It's probably the stretch I do more than any other one. The basics of the expanding cavern are that your head is going to move in small circles like this, and then you're going to try and open up your throat and do what's called singer's expansion, where basically all this area, just want to try and make it a little bigger. And you'll gently try and make that space bigger when you go throughout these circles. But keep it light too. Don't make it tighter. Just make it as big as you can without it being overly tight. So I'm going to close my eyes and just slowly let your nose drop down a little bit. And then start making a clockwise circle real slowly with your nose, as if you were drawing a circle in the air using the tip of your nose. Focus on making each position as gentle and relaxed as the first. If everything feels pretty relaxed as you go through it, you can start to make the singer's expansion, where you open your throat and make space behind your back molars. And sometimes if you let your jaw relax and hang open a bit, it helps in this stretch. And as I'm starting on the second of the circles, I'm going to try and keep this real slow. Keep reinforcing that expansion of your throat as you go through different points of the circle. But don't force it. If you get to one point that feels too tight to try and open your throat, just release it. Let it go for a little bit. Maybe when you get to another point of the circle, we'll try opening it a little bit further there. You can do really small circles, or you can, let's make this pass a little bit bigger. Involve some more of the neck and lower back muscles, upper back muscles, I mean. Now you should be paying real close attention to how tight everything feels at each point in this circle, because we're going to do attention visualization, where you want to try and see in your mind's eye the different levels of tightness as we go in a circle. So I like to picture this as a circle with different colors and different brightnesses of the color to represent different levels of tension. As I get to this lower part, it feels a little tighter, so I'm going to call that a real bright blue color. If you get to points where there's no tension at all, see if you can see a black color on that part of the circle. And in between, might have kind of a medium blue, or if there's just tiniest bits of tightness, Could be a dark blue color. Try and focus as you're going through these circles on painting that picture in your mind. Now you're not just painting one point on the circle as you're going through this. You want to try and see that full circle. You may find that some points change on the other side of the circle versus where you're currently at. You might find it takes quite a bit of time to kind of scan that whole area, see how tight each point of the circle is. This is a good stretch to listen closely to all the muscles to see if they make any cracks, any pops as you go through them. You don't want to be forcing anything like that, but it's good to welcome them. That way, they feel free to move. Some of the muscles around your neck feel like they need to rearrange themselves. That's fine, that's good. And when these muscles rearrange themselves, see if you can see that rearrangement happening on your little tension visualization circle. Sometimes you may find that one point of that circle kind of jumps to another part of the circle, or it may jump outside of the circle. This is kind of how you explore the tension inherent in your neck, upper back, soft palate, throat. All this stuff comes into play. And as before, if anything starts to get real tight, just pause for a second. Use the exhale. Feel that wave of relaxation from the exhale extend all the way into the tight area. And sometimes you just kind of need to think, why is something tight? Am I tightening it? Go back to the tip of your nose and just think, hey, can I relax that tightness but still have the tip of my nose where it's at? If so, then it's unnecessary tension and should be released if possible. There's lots of variations you can do of this stretch with different amounts of opening up your throat, different size circles. You'll feel it more in your lower neck, upper back, if you start to do some really wide circles. Make sure to go slow. Feel some cracks in the back of my throat when I get to that point. Some tiny little pops as I go through this part. And open your eyes. And that's the expanding cavern.